My student Tyler is on track to make $10,000 this month as an appointment setter with zero prior experience. And in this video, you're going to understand exactly how he did it so that you can do the exact same, even if you have no experience. And I actually just got a text from him. I'm late to the call that I had with him, so let's jump straight into it. Hi, everybody, this is Tyler. He's been in Closer Launchpad for probably about like 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, I think it probably just got into the 6 month, or yeah, probably around that.
Nice. 6 months. So yeah, he's been absolutely crushing it, which we're gonna get into like on track for this month. He's on track for like 10K this month already, USD. So we'll dive into that, don't worry. But yeah, basically just to start off, man, do you want to introduce yourself and kind of tell everybody like where you're from and kind of what you were doing before remote sales?
Yeah, so Tyler, 21 from the UK, just outside of London, and I was actually doing air conditioning, so it's quite a big switch. But I was just sort of just fed up with just grinding all day outside, miserable, like just weather, just yeah, just weren't the vibes that I was sort of looking for, and it definitely didn't pay for the lifestyle that I sort of want to maintain as well. So actually I think that Tanner, you may have texted me. Like I followed you. You dropped me a text. We had a call. I think it was like the next
Yeah.
day, and then I think it was the day after that. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So jumped straight in, and then yeah, not looked back since.
That's awesome, bro. Like what made you just want to like jump in after like just seeing me and like just hearing about remote sales? Because like that's you move fast, which is like a key to success, man. Like moving fast. Like that's what I do. But what made you just want to like jump in straight away?
I think it was the vision. Like once I had that vision just planted in my head of what I can do, how I can do it, and I was sort of just I was already looking for a vehicle to get me to where I wanted to be, and I was just sort of this was one of the main vehicles. So I was like let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yeah. No, makes sense. Makes sense. And what stood out to you about, I guess, like remote sales compared to like maybe starting your own business? Like, because I think you had looked into other things like drop shipping, like Amazon FBA, crypto, maybe like trading. I know you were doing a bit of trading, maybe you still are. But what stood out to you about now what you're doing and succeeding with compared to just like doing some of those things?
I think definitely the help of you has definitely obviously helped to actually get to where I am with this now. And I yeah, like still do other things on the side. I still like do trading, still investing into crypto quite a lot. Like I'm still doing all those things, but I feel like this is gonna get me to where I want to be the fastest. And it's obviously with your help, like I say, on track to 10K within the fifth, 6th month of actually doing something like this, like where else are you going to get that? It's not it's not something that you really hear of. So I think like yeah, I think that's probably just like one of the main reasons.
100%, bro. That's what I tell people is the vehicle, like you said. It's like the same effort you were putting in before, like you were kind of in like a trade job where it was just like really
Yeah.
physical work, right? And you weren't even doing sales, right? You didn't even have
Yeah.
sales experience.
No, not
Literally
not at
zero.
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Well, I had a tiny bit, but it was yeah, minimal.
Yeah, minimal. That's so sick. And then you jumped in, we got you started, started doing obviously like the one-to-one coaching. How long did it take again for you to land like your first offer, like your first position?
Uh, I think it was within the first month because I know I said to my boss I was like, oh, like I've like spoken with you. It's something that I'm gonna be looking to transition into over time. Obviously, I need to find the actual role yet. I need to learn a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure it's the month after that I said like, yeah, I'm done.
Cool. That makes it. How did that feel, man?
Uh, yeah, it's obviously it was actually like a bit like crazy to actually think of like this is a big jump, but it's definitely something that I'm glad and happy that I've done.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's definitely always like ups and downs. Like it's not going to be easy. And I think like your first like week on that offer, you made like $1,500 or something you were saying. And I remember when that
Yeah.
happened. And then I think like shortly
Yeah.
after you quit your job, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
no, I think I actually I quit my job and I was like, shit, like I've got to make this work now. I've left myself with no choice. And then it was the first week I was just when I made like yeah, 1,500 in the first week and I was just like, yeah, this
nice,
this is for me.
nice, nice. And for people that maybe aren't familiar with like how this works, like you were an appointment setter for an offer that basically helped people build Amazon stores for like business owners, right?
Yes, yes, that is correct. So it's yeah, pretty much exactly that.
Yep. Cool, cool. So yeah, you were basically just talking to people that were kind of already interested, already raised their hand a little bit, and then you would basically just dial them up, do what I taught you, and then book them in for a sales call, right?
Yeah, literally exactly that. So, obviously they're already opted in for the call. They're waiting for a call to come their way. So as soon as they pick up the phone, it's just like easy, to be honest. There is
Yeah,
the odd few that obviously they just probably done it like 3 in the morning, don't even really know what they've actually signed up for. But yeah, it's definitely good having the warm leads to speak to because it makes your job and your life so much easier.
yeah, it's a lot more fun for sure. And since then, I know you've like we were just talking before, like you switched around offers a little bit. I know I kind of like helped you land a position as well. So after that, what has your journey kind of looked like the past like 4 months or so?
Uh, to be honest, the I think there was 1 month that it was quite slow for me. I was trying to just find my feet with another offer, and there was no I couldn't there was no feet to find with that offer. It's just a bad offer that I sort of just put myself in, which I shouldn't have done. But yeah, and then after that, it's sort of just been nice, sort of smooth sailing. We've had some really good months, and there's been like a couple of okay months. But as long as I'm still above what I was and at least £1,000 above what I was with my previous job. That's still I still call it like a good month, I guess. It's a bad month in comparison to what I have been doing, but it's still a good month in comparison to what I was earning back doing a trade.
Yeah. So you're earning more now than what you were doing helping people with their AC.
Yeah, yeah,
That's sick, bro.
definitely.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What has been like the most fun part for you? Because I know like obviously you're making more money, which is like that's amazing, right? But it's also like the freedom. And I know you were in Dubai for a little bit. You were probably maybe doing some setting there. So what's been like the just the best part for you, dude?
I feel like the best part for me is just waking up in the morning, being able to do sort of like what I want. So I can just get up, have breakfast, go to the gym, go for a walk. If I need to go out and do stuff, I can just get everything done. Like because
Yeah.
I'm working US hours, I don't really start working until about 3:30, 4 in the afternoon. So
Nice.
then I'm just yeah, just I think just the freedom of actually being able just to get up, do what I want, enjoy my life a bit more. And then in the evenings, obviously still doing a little bit of work, but still being able to enjoy my time in the evenings as well. And the flexibility, like if I was to text and be like, I can't really do today, literally have no questions. Oh, why? Like it's no, are
Yeah.
you ill? How ill actually are you? Have you got a sick note? I'm not in today. Okay, fine. It
Yeah,
just makes
yeah,
life so
exactly.
much better.
Yeah, because they're just paying you based on like the money that you make them, right? So if you don't
Yeah,
make them any money for the day, you want to take the day off, travel. Like that was always the best part for me, is just like on a dime's notice, like I can just fly to another country if I want and just
yeah.
let them know, hey, I can't like work tomorrow. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah. And the fact that you can just do this from anywhere in the world, that is something else that definitely just like stood out to me and was definitely
yeah,
another selling point for me as well, is the fact if I'm in, say, Dubai or like you're out in America, like you can just be here or Thailand, you can be anywhere making the same money that I would be sitting in my like room. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah, exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, that was like the main part I did it, or the reason I did it. Like in my thought process, like when I was first getting into this, like almost 2 years ago, I was like, if I could just make the same amount that I'm making as a cook, but I can just go live in Thailand, live on the beach, live for way cheaper, find some
Yeah.
gigs, like that's gonna be the life, you know? But then you can
Yeah.
make way more, way, way more, which is what you're experiencing now. And like now you have the income to kind of go somewhere. So do you have, I know you got a girlfriend in the UK, but are you guys planning to like, are you planning to go travel, go live in another country? What's kind of like the move for you?
Yeah, so it's sort of still in talks about moving. I feel like Dubai will be the goal, but obviously that's a substantial amount of money you need every single month to live the high life out there.
Yeah.
There will definitely be some traveling. I want to be going to Thailand. I was supposed to be going in February, but the time just isn't right to be going now. But yeah, there's definitely getting out of the country, traveling around, experiencing as many places I possibly can, loads of different holidays, destinations, and then I feel like I'll like I say, Dubai is the end goal. But I also feel like if I travel around and somewhere feels like home, then that's just going to be the destination. But for now, yeah, I've not
Absolutely.
really got nowhere set
Yeah.
in place that I'm going. But well, I've got holidays and things, but no moving out just yet.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. It'll come. Like you'll get the itch and then you'll go and then travel around. Like I was living in Thailand, obviously, most people know for like the past year and a half. And then I came out here to Miami. I was visiting like family. We were traveling out here. And I was like, man, this place is sick. So I just decided to move here. That's like the beauty of having the freedom, you know?
Yeah.
Because usually if you had a job, it would be like such a pain. You'd have to like try to figure out if you can like get a job here and then move. And it's like, boom, just like that. You can just move. But yeah, tell everybody about like your first week of February, bro, because you told me that you made like 2.5K.
Yes. So first week of Feb has definitely been a good start. So it's 2.5k up for the first week, which obviously that's solid. So that used to be my old wages working AC, and I've just like done it in a week. Like it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we've got quite a few more in the pipeline for this month. So I'm hoping for around a 10k month this month. It's obviously just got to get it done now, but yeah, it's
100%.
it's definitely looking likely.
That's so exciting, man. That's so exciting. And you're still just an appointment setter. And like as a setter, I was only making like 6 to 8 thousand a month as a setter. So you're like ahead of schedule, bro. You're ahead
Yeah,
of schedule.
yeah. And as of next week, I'll be moving into a closing role anyway, which is then just going to absolutely boost that 10k,
Yep.
hopefully up to like 15.
Yep. And obviously that closer role, that's kind of the offer that kind of I helped you get through like my network and my connections, right? With a big YouTuber.
Yes.
Yep. And what are like the other closers making on that offer, like the average closer, I guess.
Well, I think their lowest earners 8k a month, but that was like his first month as a closer in a role. So 8k just without sort of knowing anything. Their highest earners are around 55, 60k consistently every month.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, there's some people like there's some closers out here that like make 50 to 100K a month, right? If you get the right offer, you get
Yeah.
really good, you do it for years and years, like you can absolutely get to that point. But sounds like you'll probably get to at least 10 to like 20, 25K a month just on that
Yeah.
offer, right? As time
Yeah,
goes
no,
on.
for sure. I mean, that's 25k is my goal. That by the end of this year, I want to at least have had like 5 consistent months of 25k. Like it sounds a lot to sort of an average person and an average job, but it's
Yeah.
really not, and it's actually doable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sounds ridiculous probably. Like the 10K a month
Yeah,
for some people even sounds ridiculous as well. But
yeah,
I mean, how many people have you met probably on this journey that make like way more than that? So it makes you
yeah,
realize like
yeah.
as well.
It's like I feel it makes me feel not very good at what I do because everyone else is making so much money.
Exactly. That's why I try and tell people. It's like when you travel, like you've done a bit of traveling since you joined and like started making money, and you just meet so many people, even out here in Miami, Dubai, Thailand, that are just making like way more money than you online, and you
Yeah,
realize like these people aren't like smarter than you. They just kind of like took the risk, took the jump, and got into
that is
something
it.
that's kind of worth it, you know?
Yeah, no, it's just taking that risk, I think. Like as there's a saying, money makers are action takers, so you just got to get it done.
Exactly. And that's why you join so fast, man. Like you just
Yeah,
gotta take
bro.
action, man, because it doesn't
Yeah.
get easier the longer you wait. But what advice would you, let's say, give to somebody that wants to maybe do remote sales? Maybe they want help from me. What advice would you give them right now if they're like watching this and they kind of feel uncertain, they want to do it, take the risk, change their life, they don't have sales experience, but they just kind of need that motivation and just like that they just need to like jump in, you know?
Yeah, I think my advice is just do it. Like what have you really got to lose? Like let's be honest. You can do this along the side of your actual job. So theoretically, okay, you have to pay a little bit at the very start, but in the long run, it pays itself back. And what's sitting on the fence, you're not gonna know. Like that's the only way you're ever gonna miss an opportunity is if you're just sitting on the fence and don't take it. So my advice would be just do it. Like what's stopping you? And unless like you still have a job, so you're still making your money, okay? Then you've also then got this on the side, you're making even more money. Over time, this is going to be making more money than your current job. Then you get rid of your current job. So that way you're staying in a comfort zone, but at the same time you're making money, double money really. And then over time you're where you want to be without actually taking any risk.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So it sounds like you're saying like the bigger risk is just staying on the sidelines because then you just kind of automatically fail.
yeah, like what you going to achieve? Is what you're doing right now something you'd be happy to do for the rest of your life? And where can you see yourself at the age of 50 doing what you're doing then? Or where could you see yourself at the age of 50 if you're making 10 to 20 to 30K every month?
Yeah. And that's a long time. Like if you can definitely get to that point by that point, you know. Like
100%,
it's plenty of time.
100%,
Yeah. No.
100%. You can like, I'd say like 20, 30K is very realistic by the end of the first year, just after. Like it's a push and you have to grind for that. But it's
Yeah.
definitely doable.
Yeah, I mean, I got to 20K in 1 year after starting from scratch as a cook.
Yeah,
You're probably
exactly.
to that point. You're kind of like on track to get to that point. Maybe we'll do
Yeah.
an interview in person like later this year for sure. Like once you actually get it, because we've
Let's get
never
it
met.
done.
100%, bro,
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, maybe for people who are also interested in like maybe getting my help, what would you say was kind of like the biggest aspect of working with me and actually getting coached by me that made you feel like it helped you actually get to where you are now, like the most? What aspect of it?
I'd say your knowledge and experience of knowing if I come to you with any questions, any concerns, it was pretty much an instant reply. Although you was in such a different time zone, it's still just like even if it was just like the next morning, if I text you one night, it's the next morning I get a reply. So it's fast replies with any questions or anything I needed help with. I could always just get booked in for a call if I was struggling with something. If like I was like, oh, there's something that's just holding me back with the opening part of a call. People aren't really staying on the call. Perfect. Like let's jump on a call. We jumped on a call. The next day I was setting people. Like it was
I
just so
remember. Yeah.
smooth sailing, I think. The fact that you're just there. Anything you need, you're just there to help and guide. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, what are kind of the plans for the next couple of months, man?
just make shitloads of money. That's all I'm just sort of looked in for at the moment is just make as much money as I possible, make as much money as I possibly can, get in the best shape that I possibly can, and just live life.
Yep, 100%. So you're fully out of the 9 to 5. You're on track for 10K a month. The rest of the year
Yep.
is going to be very, very fun. You're going to lock in. And
Yep.
yeah, dude, I really appreciate you doing the interview. And there's
No
going to be
problem.
plenty more to come. And hope to see you in person here soon, dude.
Yeah, perfect. Speak to you soon.
All right, guys, we're logging off.